Hi friends, welcome to a new video of daily tips. Today's video help you to figure out the best investment opportunity if you are confronted with more than one investment opportunities. All of us love to invest money, right? Suppose you are a common man who need to invest your pennies to the available investment avenues, or you are a hardcore investor who want to invest in some SIPs, that is systematic investment plans. Or you are an entrepreneur who has some resource constraints or financial constraints who want to invest his funds to a project but has multiple projects at hand, and all of these projects are competing and mutually exclusive or incompatible, and you want to know the project that fetches you the maximum return. Don't worry, today's video will help you to figure out the best available investment avenue or the best project to be invested. The best choice can be found out by an Excel inbuilt function, and the function is NPV. NPV will help you to compare different projects or investment avenues. This is a popular method used as a tool for cost benefit analysis by the financial world. Cost means the amount that you are planning to invest or the cash outflows, and obviously the benefit is a stream of future cash inflows. If you have an idea about the tentative future cash inflows, and if you have an Excel sheet, you can compare different investment avenues or projects to which you can invest your hard earned precious money. Now, let us check the function and an example scenario to understand the function clearly. We can see over here the NPV function. NPV function takes multiple input values, and the input values are rate, value 1, value 2, value 3 up to value 254. So we can see value 2, value 3 and all the subsequent values are represented in square bracket, which means those input values are optional. Those are not mandatory. But the first two input values, that those are rate and value 1, are the mandatory or required input values. So now let us check what does each of these input value mean. So we can see the NPV, rate, value 1, value 2, etc. So rate is nothing but your expectation from the investment. So it is the required rate of interest rate, the rate of discount over the length of one period. So you are expecting this much rate from your investment. And value 1, value 2 and value 3 up to value 254 are the cash flows. Value 1 is required and all the subsequent values are optional. Value 1 is the cash outflow. That is the amount that you are investing at the beginning of the first year to your project or the investment option. From value 2 to value 254, these are the cash inflows you are getting from the project or the investment. So, simply saying value 1 is the payment and value 2 from value 2 to value 254 are the incomes. So value 1 and value 2 up to value 254 must be equally spaced in time and occur at the end of each period. That means you are receiving value 2 after 1 year. Exactly after 1 year you are receiving value 2, not before that. And value 3 you are receiving exactly after you received value 2. So each of these income or each of these cash flows are equally spaced in time. NPV uses the order of value 1, value 2, value 3 up to value 254 to interpret the order of cash flows. Be sure to enter your payment and income values in the correct sequence. Now let us check an example scenario. You have 10,000 rupees with you right now and you wanted to invest in, in the available project options or investment options. So you have two investment options or project options. Investment or project option 1 and investment or project option 2. So let us check what are the cash inflows from the project option 1. So we can see from here that at the end of the second year, you are receiving 3,000 rupees. At the end of third year, you are receiving 1,000 rupees. Fourth year, you are receiving 2,000 rupees. And fifth year, you are receiving 5,000 rupees. And from sixth year onwards, till the 11th year, you are receiving 1,000 rupees each year. And in this investment option or project option 2, you have the same 10,000 rupees with you to invest, and the cash inflows are 3,000 rupees at the end of second year, again 3,000 rupees at the end of third year, and 9,000 rupees at the end of fourth year. Now let us check what is the amount of cash inflows from each of this project option. Let us check the cash inflows from first project option. We are adding all the cash inflows. We are using the function sum for that particular um, to find out the cash inflows, total cash inflows. So we are giving all the cash inflows, closing the bracket, press enter. You can see from project option 1, you are receiving 17,000 rupees. So you have invested 10,000 rupees and you are receiving 17,000 rupees. Let us check what is the cash inflows from project option 2. So the cash inflow, total cash inflows from the project option 2 is 15,000. Evidently, 2,000 rupees is more in project option 1. So you are confused which project or the investment option is the better one. Into which investment option I will invest my hard-earned money. I have no idea. But there is one problem, one simple solution for this complicated problem. That is NPV. Now, it is nothing but net present value. So you have a cash outflow at the beginning of the first year, and you have a sequence of cash inflows from the subsequent years. So now we are calculating what is the net present value of all these cash flows. Now let us check the net present value of the first investment option. So we are using NPV and we are giving the expected rate of return. So you are expecting 10%, that is 0.1 from your investment. Next one is the mandatory required field, which is the cash outflow, and we are giving the sequence or series of cash inflows. Close the bracket and press enter. You will get the net present value for the project option 1. So the net present value of the investment or project option 1 is rupees 1,314. Let us check what is the net present value of the investment or project option 2. So we are dragging the same equation. We can see rupees 1,789 is the net present value of the second project option. Despite the fact that the first project option was 2,000 rupees more than in absolute terms, but in net present value terms, the second project option is worth more. So clearly and evidently, we can see that the second project option is much more profitable than the first project option. So guys, if you want a clear-cut information about this net present value, follow further. So you must be wondering, oh, what is this? I am spending 10,000 rupees, but I am receiving only 1,314. How come it is possible? It is not at all acceptable, but there is something more to it. Let us discuss that point. So, we are discussing the first project option in detail. We are spending 10,000 rupees in the beginning of the first year, and all the subsequent years we are receiving some amount of cash inflows. So we want to calculate the net present value manually. For those who want to know the mathematical equation of NPV, here is the equation for NPV. If N is the number of cash flows in the list of values, the formula for NPV is represented as sum over I, which is equal to 1 to N, values at I divided by 1 plus rate raised to I. So 1 divided by 1 plus rate, the whole raised to I is nothing but the discounting factor, which can be calculated using the rate, the expected rate of return or the discounting rate, and the number of years. Now we are going to calculate the discounting factor. So it is 1 divided by 1 plus, this is the expected rate of return, which is the discounting rate, the whole raised to number of years. I is nothing but the number of year. So I have given the equation for discounting factor. I'm pressing enter. So this is the discounting factor for the first year, and I am copying the equation to the next years up to 10th year. Now I want to compute the present value of all the cash flows. It can be calculated by multiplying the discounting factor with the cash flows. So at the end of the first year, my cash outflow or the investment is worth rupees minus 9090. At the end of the year, it is equivalent to 9090 rupees of cash outflow. Now I am copying this equation to all the other 10 more years, and I want to calculate the sum of each of these cash flows. I have taken all the values from first year to 11th year. At the end of the first year, we had a cash outflow equivalent of the cash outflow, and all the subsequent years we got the cash inflows. So when I press this enter, it should show the very same NPV, that is 1314 rupees 1314. So we can see we got 1314 from this calculation. So it is very same. So NPV for the second year can be calculated by the same formula, and you can see the second investment or project option is much more better than the first project option. So this is the net present value. It has taken into consideration all the cash inflows as well as the cash outflows. So it is the net present value, not that is not equivalent to you are getting only 1314, but you are getting much more. The net present value of all your cash flow can be calculated by only the cash inflows. So this is the total amount of inflows. This is the present value of all inflows. This is the present value of all cash outflows. So when we sum these two equations, these two present value of cash inflow and cash outflow, we will get again the same amount. That is the net present value is 1314. Actually, the present value of all your cash inflows are 10,406 and present value of your cash outflow is 9090 and the net present value of your investment option 1 is 1314. Likewise, your investment option or project option 2's net present value can be calculated manually. Friends, this is a very simple Excel inbuilt function to figure out which is the best investment opportunity when you're confronted with more than one investment opportunities. So NPV is the function, rate, value 1, value 2, value up to 254 are the input values. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.